Hello everyone, Caller on the Way here, and welcome back to another Pixel Gun 3D video. In today's video, we're going to be doing another weapon comparison. In today's weapon comparison, it's going to be a little bit different. We're going to be comparing 4 weapons in Pixel Gun 3D. All of these weapons are melee weapons, so what we're going to be comparing today, we're going to be comparing the Leader's Sword, the Santa Sword, the Sword of Shadows, and a Chip Sword. Now, if you guys do notice about all these 4 weapons, they all look pretty similar. They all look like exactly the same sword. They just look as like they have a different type of color and design. Now, what I'm going to do is to compare all the weapons and see which one is the best one. Now, I'm going to start with the oldest one, which is the Sword of Shadows. This sword actually came out first out of all of these swords. So, yeah, guys, I'm going to talk about the Sword of Shadows first. And so, with the Sword of Shadows, this one's completely different out of all the swords in all of these swords. Why am I even going in here actually? But this sword, what makes the swords pretty unique is that you can actually charge this sword up. Like if you have used something like, I don't know, like the charge cannon or a charge rifle and a big fatality gun, you know, if you fully charge up the thing is a one-shot kill. As you guys saw there, if you fully charge it up, it will be a one-shot kill. And what's actually bad about the sword is when you're charging up the weapon, you cannot actually jump unless you have 3D touch on, which is something you have if you have a very high level phone. So if you have 3D touch, you can jump just by pressing hard on the left side of the screen. You don't even have to press the jump button. But yeah, guys, definitely the short shots is a pretty cool sword. Getting a couple of kills to go on to the next sword. And gonna go into the next two, see which one is the best one. You always have to time your shots just right. You cannot miss your shot when you are just missing it. Sometimes what I do is that when I'm close to someone and I'm charging up, I just swing at them and see if he actually dies. It doesn't matter how many shots I actually take. So you can basically make this thing like maybe a 6-shot kill or 1-shot kill. That's what I like seeing it as. Dang it, I actually got. But usually when I'm ever getting up so close to someone, I always just try to swing at them. So that's usually what I do. Maybe I can get this guy. Yeah, he's jumping up. If you're going against people that are jumping around, you're not going to kill them. It's not going to be very easy. There we go. I swung at that guy right when that guy came close to me. Come on. Come on. Come on. Yeah, you have to be really good with this sword in order to get kills with it. You have to time it right. Basically, all this weapon's about timing. Gonna go on with the next weapon here. And we're gonna come out with the second oldest one on this one, which is the Santa Sword. And yeah, we're gonna use that one next. Now, the Santa Sword is pretty special sword, Pixel Gun 3D. Just like this one, because with the Santa Sword, if I can even switch it in a time. Basically, with the Santa Sword does slow down targets. And I think it's the only melee weapon that have to actually do that. So, basically, if you actually swing at a person and you actually hit him, the person goes slower, and it makes this weapon a lot easier just to swing at them. So, I'm going to try to show an example of that as actually anyone. I'm actually going to leave. But with this sword, you can actually slow down people, and it's a lot easier to take them out with a melee weapon like this. So, if you actually see a lot of people just jumping around a lot, if you hit one of them, you will be able to easily kill with that melee weapon you have. Because with the normal melee weapon, like the one I was talking about, the Sword of Shadows, basically with that one, it's very difficult to hit people because people are always jumping around, and it's a lot harder than just hit people that are moving in the air. With this sword, it does not really matter because you can always just hit the person whenever you feel like it, basically. As you guys see here, usually when people are slowing down, it's a lot easier to take them out. That's with any weapon that has slowdown effect, out of the way. Basically, if you slow down a target, it's way easier to kill them with the weapon you're using that has slowdown effect. So, always take advantage of that with this weapon. So, make sure people don't take your kills, like what's going to happen to me right now. But yeah, guys, Santa Sword definitely one of the better melee weapons in Pixel Gun 3D. I really do like the sword. Probably my favorite one out of the 4. I would say it's a lot of fun to use. You know, I would find that a melee weapon is probably the best fitting for something that slows down targets. You know, you have something like the maybe not the Casanova, for example, but something like the dual cryo pistols, like that guy is using. Somebody's using it. But the dual cryo pistols just makes it makes the slowdown effect really overpowered for that weapon. Like the slowdown effect really makes these dual cryo pistols really annoying to deal with because that thing does have homing missiles and slowdown effects. So if you get hit by one bullet, you're screwed. So always, it does fit good with a melee weapon because the person has to get close. That's why it takes more skill to use this thing over the dual cryo pistols, because you really have to get close to somebody, and you're at the risk of dying because the person probably has to go save to another soul stone in their hand like this guy does. But yeah, guys, really great sword. We're gonna go on with the next one after this match, and yeah, really great sword, guys. All of these swords are actually pretty good. I recommend getting all of them if you have all of the stuff for them. So we're gonna go on to the next one, the second to most recent one, the chip sword. So I'm gonna switch to that in just a second if I can even get to it. Now the chip sword, what's unique about this one? With the chip sword, the chip sword is the highest one that has the highest efficiency in the game. So what's unique about the chip sword is that whenever you're swinging it, or whenever you have it in your hand, you have a damage sphere. So basically, it's like the heavy shocker. If you have guys used it before, it's like the heavy shocker. So whenever you're really close to somebody, the damage sphere actually damages the opponent you're trying to attack. So it helps out a lot trying to kill people with this weapon. And basically, it's kind of like the storm hammer in a way, since you're like trying to swing at a person that will get damaged by the damage sphere. As you guys see here, basically the damage sphere always comes into effect with this weapon. And the chip sword, it makes this weapon actually a really good weapon and the heavy shocker. So, if you're always swinging about, like, in front of them, like, if you're always swinging, like, if you accidentally actually, how am I gonna put this? Like, if you actually go right through someone and you actually miss a swing, that damage sphere will actually get the person that's behind you. So, that makes the chip sword really good. As you guys see here, I'm getting a lot of kills with the chip sword. It's a really good weapon. Easily took out that mech there. I probably got lucky there. But basically, it's really easy to land hits with the chip sword if you are always close up to someone. And yeah, it's definitely a really good melee weapon, guys. One of the better ones in the game as well. And all of these swords are pretty good in ways. Definitely have their big advantages. I'm surprised I had to took that guy out, and that guy had the Guardian. I must have killed him out just in time. Always go in the Coliseum or Knife Party with these weapons. They're definitely the best ones. So, I'm gonna get a couple more kills with this chip sword. We're gonna go on to the newest sword in this game, the leader sword. And, I'm gonna use that in just a minute. We're gonna get some more kills with the chip sword here. Maybe 2 or 3 more kills or something. Alright, that's 1. Maybe we can get the mech here. That is 2 kills. But, yeah, damage spear is definitely really does come in handy with the chip sword. That's why I really like this weapon. And, I actually like all of these swords, actually. I'm gonna go until I die here, and that's it. So, we're gonna go on to the newest weapon in this one. We're gonna be using the leader sword. Now, the leader sword is probably the least unique one out of this one. This one actually swings the fastest out of all of them. And it swings as fast as a fire demon, so as you guys see here, it swings a lot fast, like a little bit faster than the standard sword. It's kind of hard to tell, but it swings just as fast as a fire demon. That kind of makes this weapon good. So definitely, I don't like this weapon. This weapon's actually a lot of fun to use as well. Definitely like all of these swords. I don't know why I keep saying that, but yeah, these swords are definitely a lot of fun to get kills with. And as you guys see here, I'm in first place because I am using melee weapons, and you get a lot of points for using melee weapons for sure. Alright, we're gonna get this guy with his judge. And yeah, not too many shots required for the chip sword to take some people out. Definitely a really good sword. This one is probably the least unique one out of all 4 of them, because it doesn't have any special abilities. It's just melee, which I guess is okay. We already have 3 swords that look exactly the same as this. But the question is, which one is the best one? It's a little hard to decide, but I'll definitely have to say that the chip sword is probably the best one out of the 3, just because, the standard sword is also a really good one. That's my second pick, I have to say. The standard sword and the chip sword. Definitely the chip sword is the best one. This is my opinion also, just because if you are always around someone, you can always be hitting them. And that's why I always choose the chip sword, because, yeah, in my opinion, that thing has the best effect out of all of them. The leader sword is probably the worst one. It's not bad, but yeah, I will not say it's as good as all the other ones. The Sword of Shadows is a mediocre one. That's like the hardest one to actually use. But if you do land hits with the Sword of Shadows, you can always kill people. So I'm gonna do one more match using all of these swords, and so we're gonna see how well we do. So what I'm gonna do is use the best one. I'm gonna choose the best to worst ones, in my opinion. Like, when I say worst, I don't say that the weapon is bad. Like, it's the worst one out of all the weapons I have. So, alright, we're gonna get this guy. As you guys see here, I'm getting a lot of hits on this guy, and I'm not even swinging at him most of the time. Where is he? Where is he? Yeah, always be swinging your sword so you can actually have a chance to do some extra damage. So, I'm gonna destroy this mech right here. Never mind, that was not gonna work. But, yeah, guys, we're gonna do one match with all of these swords. I might as well use them all for each minute because it's 4 minutes in the match and it's 4 weapons. It makes a lot of sense. Let's get this guy with his soulstone. I think he has. Where did he even go? He's right here. Hello, goodbye. Alright, let's try to get one more kill with the ship sword, and we're gonna move on to the Santa sword. Now, comment down below which one you guys actually have. One thing I also have to note, the ship sword and the leader sword are both clan weapons, so you have to work with your clan to get the medals, to get these things out of chests, to get parts, just to get these weapons. That was kind of a long process, but basically it's gotta get medals to get the ship sword and the leader sword. So, gonna switch to the Santa sword. The Santa sword you can buy with gems, I believe. I got the Santa sword like a year ago. This weapon came out like a year ago, last Christmas, so... And the Sword of Shadows came out last Halloween, so they all came out at different times, guys. So, with this one, it slows on target, so it makes it a lot easier to kill people. So, I'm gonna try to get some people. If they will stop jumping around, I just gotta hit them once and they're screwed. No, never mind. This guy uses Guardian to kill me. Alright, let's get this guy right here. And he's dead. Awesome Santa sword for the win. Alright, we're gonna try to get a couple more kills. I feel like I just started using this weapon and we're almost at that 2-minute mark. God dang it. Alright, let's get this guy. Hopefully I can actually get some kills with this thing. There we go. There we go. That's the kills I want. I'm just gonna take you out with this thing. Also, guys, I did just get the AirShou bow just for saving out my gems, and yeah, I was able to get it. It's a really good weapon, guys. I don't think I'm gonna review it because I see a lot of reviews already on the weapon. So I'm gonna get one more kill with this weapon, and we're gonna move on to the next sword. And alright, yeah, we're gonna go on to the Sword of Shadows now, which is higher on the list. We're gonna use the Sword of Shadows, and let's try to get this guy right here. I missed my freaking swing, of course. And this guy took me out with a soul stone. I hate that people always use soul stone whenever they're at close range. Like, just use your melee weapon, guys. Like, it earns you more points. I don't understand why people just use their soul stone instead of a melee weapon. Because you can get way more points just from using this thing. That's why I always like using melee weapons to get kills, because I can always get a lot of points at deathmatch. And that's how I win all my battles. Pretty much is to get kills with melee weapons, and I always get a lot of kills with them. And yeah, I get a heck of a lot of points from that. Alright, I finally got my first kill with this thing. That took long enough. But, yeah, we all know how this weapon works. Gonna get one more kill against this guy, possibly. Where is he? I'm gonna get you. Yep, we got a kill. Alright, we're gonna switch to the leader sword now, which is the lowest efficient one. So, we're gonna get kills to the leader sword. Always a classic to use a lot more normal melee weapon. The leader sword is definitely the most basic one out of all of the 4. You know, it's basically the most basic one. Kind of plain, but hey, if I had to say which one looks the coolest, they all look actually really cool. I would say that the ship sword looks the coolest because of out of all the colors they actually use. Like, green does look the best with this one sword. That, like, you know what I mean. Like, they all design off one sword. I mean, the sword is cool and all, and that's why we all like the sword. Alright, get this guy right here. There we go. But, yeah, guys, that's it for this weapon comparison between the Santa sword, the leader sword, the Sword of Shadows, and the chip sword. So, if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure you guys smash that like button down below. Helps out a lot for the channel. Tells me that you guys want more weapon comparisons on my channel. Make sure you guys leave a like down below and subscribe for more Pixel Gun 3D videos. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.